Hi, everybody. I hope you're having a great November. I'm going to do one of my talks today, and I hope everyone enjoys it and hopefully gets something out of it. I kind of thought it would be a good idea to start off by just kind of talking about where I'm at with maybe just like my body image and why I think it's a relevant thing to talk about because just good place to start. So, I think first of all, one thing that I feel like I need to say straight up is lately I've been really struggling with whether or not I should even have a beauty blog because if I am going to sit here and talk to people about how true beauty comes from the inside, why in the world would I start giving them tips on how to make them look pretty on the outside? That seems really hypocritical and contradictory. And I think after talking about it with myself and praying and everything, I've come to the conclusion that I put on makeup for me and I do it as a way to put time into myself and invest in myself because I have goals that I want to achieve and I want to be the best possible version of myself. And I can go without makeup for a day. That's fine. But there are some days when I put on makeup because I need to feel put together in order to be productive that day and to accomplish things. And that might sound kind of silly, but I think a lot of people would actually agree with that because it's just that extra step you're taking in the morning to make yourself feel like you're worth it. Like, um, I'm taking time to make myself feel beautiful. And I think that that has always been something that I have stuck with. I don't put on makeup for anyone but me. Yeah, okay, there's been times where it's like, ooh, he's cute. I want to look cute for him. But on a regular day to day basis, I don't do that. I do it for me. Because if I go to class because I slept in and I didn't do like my hair or makeup or anything, or I just am not feeling good and I don't want to put the time in, I just tend not to have as productive of days. And then that just puts me that much farther back in terms of homework I need to do that week. Or I come home and I don't have time to relax or clean or do things I need to do because I have homework or something just always gets out of order. So to me, I'm a huge procrastinator and it's something I'm working on. But I think that just putting that extra time into yourself in the morning and making yourself feel good sometimes helps you be productive. And so I thought that was just something I needed to get out in the open right away. Um, I also think it's important to bring up that, um, well, I guess I'm just going to talk about kind of how I came to be interested in all of this stuff. When I was younger, like little girl, I was a pretty skinny little girl. And it wasn't until fourth grade when puberty hit that I discovered my love for food. Like, oh my gosh, eating is my favorite thing, probably ever. Yeah, it's a big deal. And I just, like, I started noticing that I was kind of becoming a little bit of a thick chick and I didn't like it. And I didn't really do anything about it. I wasn't super athletic in high school by any means. I always had kind of an interest in running, but I hadn't really pursued that faithfully until this summer. I got more into running. And I'm still kind of a thick chick and I haven't been a skinny mini since I was like pre-puberty. So that is what it is and I've come to accept it. But I think over the years, I mean, I was definitely one of the thicker chicks in my friend group, and that kind of takes a toll on you. Um, there was a kind of a defining moment. I remember in eighth grade, one of my friends told me, Elizabeth, you're pretty. You don't need makeup to look pretty. And I had never thought about myself as attractive before. I hadn't even thought of, like, the concept wasn't in my mind of whether or not I was attractive or not. Like, I didn't think about it. And I feel like that's kind of odd for that age group. So I mean, maybe that is when girls start thinking about it, but I think about that moment a lot because there was a time in my life when I didn't even consider what I looked like in the morning. I just accepted that I went to school and people took me for what I said and what I did and didn't base who I was off of how I looked. And then it got me thinking, as I've been thinking about this lately, that wow, our society really does put a lot of pressure on us for how we look. And in a way, I can kind of see why first impressions are everything. But I wish that it could be more based off of the person that you are when you make that first impression. Like, were you kind? Did you make eye contact? And I think to an extent those things are there, but we put so much pressure on how we look. And I don't think that's anything that's going to change. So even though I hate it, that it is that way, I also have to kind of live with it. So that's another reason I probably put that extra time into myself, because I know that whether or not we try to, we are always judging each other. And that's something I wish that we could get better at. And it's not going to happen overnight. So in the meantime, may as well play with makeup because it's fun. But yeah, I don't know. I guess clearly in this video, I'm torn about it. And I just think that it's important to lay that all on the table before I start going off and talking about things regarding body image and everything. So I guess that's just kind of what this video is about. I wanted to talk about all those things and lay it all out there, because hopefully I can get into some more specific talks in the future. And I hope you guys will take the time to fill out forms. And if there's anything you want to hear me talk about, I hope that you're okay with me, first of all, talking about those things, and that you take time to fill out and give me some feedback on what you'd like to hear me talk about, what my thoughts are, if you're interested. Other than that, I'm also going to have the form out so you guys can write down any like beauty techniques you want me to try. Yeah, I just feel like it's a big, confusing mess, and I wanted to talk about it so I don't seem hypocritical, and I want to make sure that I'm not talking from a place of like superiority. I'm not trying to do that at all. I'm still working on myself. I'm still a work in progress, but I feel like sometimes it's just good to relate to people, and I really hope that these videos are able to get people thinking and just create kind of like a forum where we can talk about this kind of stuff and get it out there. I think it's important because so many things regarding um, everything are so hush hush. We need to learn how to talk to each other. And so maybe since this is something I'm interested in, this is something I can start. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it wasn't too confusing or pointless, but I hope it gets you thinking. And yeah, that's some food for thought. I hope you guys have a great week. And I don't know if I'll get another video out before Thanksgiving. I'm thinking this one's going to be coming out after the video I'm planning on filming later today. So yeah, anyway, I hope you have a great Thanksgiving if I don't talk to you before then. But yeah, thanks guys. Have a great week.